Hello, everybody. I'm Nire, and welcome to day 12 of Bookmas. We did it. We made it. We are here in the last day of Bookmas. I hope you had as much fun watching this series as I did making it. It was a very special experience. We got to do a lot of things during this 12 days. So I'm just so happy that I was able to do it and share it with you guys. Now, for today's final Bookmas video, we're going to be doing the end of year book tag, where you sit down, you answer some questions that are related to your reading year. So I got these questions from Destiny Sidwell's video. I will be leaving her video in the description down below. So starting off strong, the first question is most disappointing read of the year. I really did not have to think very much to answer this one because I know exactly the book that I just was completely disappointed by. And that book is The Survivor Wants to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I ended up giving this book a 2-star rating. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. I thought that it was extremely long for no reason. I absolutely did not like the main couple. I just absolutely despise how we just never get answers about how dead cast works and like how exactly it knows when somebody is going to die. And I just am really over it. I'm just really over it. This was very surprising for me because I have previously really enjoyed the other books in this series. I have given them 5 stars. Like I have really enjoyed them. This one just was not it. It was just not for me. I really did not enjoy it. Unfortunately, this is one of my most anticipated reads of 2025. Like I was so excited to read it. Like I got it the same day that it came out. I started reading it the same day that it came out, and I just did not like it. I just really did not like it. Next up, we have a book that was overhyped. This is just my opinion. If you like any of the books that I'm going to be mentioning, everybody has different opinions, different tastes in books, and that is great. It's just like my opinion. I just did not like it, and that's why I think they were a little bit overhyped. I actually have 2 books to answer this question, and the first one is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I was expecting to absolutely love this book because everybody talked about how amazing it was, and I was just so excited to read it. I had so many high expectations for it, and it just fell flat for me. I thought that the couple was very annoying. I did not want them to end up together, which for a romance, of course, I need to want the couple to be together because if not, I'm just not gonna like the book. I absolutely despise the ending. The only thing that I really enjoyed about it was the found family aspect because we all know that I love found family. But really, we didn't really get to see much of it. Like we definitely focused on the romance and on the couple, and so the found family and the friendships and all that was definitely left on the back burner. And we didn't get to see much of it, and we didn't get to explore their friendships as much as I would like. And then similar to that, I ended up really not liking Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, which I know it kind of feels like a crime to say because everybody is so obsessed with Abby Jimenez, especially with this book. Everybody loves this book so much. I've heard about it nonstop on every single like book community app and social media that you can think of. I have heard about it. Everybody's talking about it, like I said. So I was so excited to read it, and then I did not like it. I did not like the female main character. I thought that she was so annoying. In my opinion, the conflict was just so non-existent. Like the conflict really did not need to happen because like there was no conflict. Like they could have solved it so easily if they just decided to fix it up, you know, if they just decided to do something else. It was a very easy fix because they're both adults who could do whatever they want, and when they realized that, the conflict was fixed randomly. All right, so the next one is favorite main character of the year, and for this one I also have 2 answers because I just could not choose between them. And the first one that I'm going to be talking about is Mystery from Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. I love Mystery's character so much. She was so witty and so funny, and she was so sure of herself. She was just such an amazing main character. And then next up we have Joan from Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Atmosphere, we all know that I absolutely love this book. Okay, that's no secret. But I really did like Joan's character. I thought that she was a very relatable character. She was a very normal person. Next up, we have a book that surprised you, and this one is just no other than Bride by Ali Hazelwood. So this was actually my very first paranormal romance ever. I have never read anything related to that whatsoever, and so I was a little bit scared. But let me tell you, I had so much fun with Bride. It was such a great book. It was so funny. It was so fun. I love the characters, I love the romance. So it was definitely a very good surprise for me this year. Then we have a new favorite author discovered during this year. This is also another question that I immediately knew the answer to, and that is S.A. Cosby. I cannot believe that it took me this long to read an S.A. Cosby book. I am just obsessed with his writing style, his storytelling. I think that it's just very powerful, and it definitely makes you like reflect and think, and I just absolutely had a great time with the book that I read by him, which was All the Sinners Bleed. read. So if you have read anything by him, let me know your recommendations, your favorite books by this author, because I cannot wait to read more from him. So then we have happiest book of the year, and this was a little bit difficult for me to answer because I usually tend to read a lot of like heavy books and very emotional books, so I don't really read a lot of happy books. However, the only one that I can think of was Every Time I Go on Vacation, Someone Dies by Catherine Mack. This is a thriller, but it is like a cozy thriller, and it is definitely very funny, and I did laugh out loud multiple times. So I definitely think that it is the happiest book that I read during 2025. Next up, we have most frustrating book, and for this one, I'm going to say The Teacher by Frida McFadden. I despise this book, okay? I absolutely hated it. I thought that the characters were awful. I thought that the storyline was just absolutely frustrating and enraging. The reveals, again, hated them. I could not do it. I did not like it whatsoever. Okay, so next up we have the longest book that you read this year, and that one is going to go to The Survivor Wants to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book is about 720 pages, which is another reason why it was my most disappointing book of the year, because what do you mean you wrote 720 pages and I just could not find anything that I liked in it? But it was definitely a very interesting book, and it was also the longest book that I read during this year. And then similar to that, the shortest book that I read this year was The Answer Is No by Fredrik Backman. This is a short story novella. It is a very simple and funny story, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. I gave it like 3 stars, I want to say, and it was 59 pages, so it was definitely the shortest book that I read this year. And then we have favorite covers of 2025, and for this one I have 3 books that I want to talk about, and the first one is My Name is Emilia del Valle by Isabel Allende. This cover is absolutely stunning. I love the illustration, I love the colors, I love the composition. I love everything about it. It's just such a gorgeous cover. It's like stunning. And then next up, even though I really did not like this book, like I said, I really do like the cover, and that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I really like the aesthetic of this cover and the illustration style and everything. It's just like really pretty, and I really like where everything is placed, especially like the text and everything like that. So I really do like it, even though I don't like the contents of the book. I really do like the cover. And then finally, I also really like the cover for Babel by R.F. Kuang. Again, the illustration is just so great. The black and white cover and just everything about it, I really do enjoy it. So yes, it is another cover that I really do like. Next up, we have a book that I haven't stopped thinking about, and I actually have 2 books that I want to talk about in this little prompt. The first one is The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. This is the last book in the Puppy War series, and I just absolutely loved it. I love the Puppy War trilogy as a whole, but that ending was definitely very impactful. Like, I was so destroyed. I was so destroyed by that ending, and I just think that that trilogy as a whole is something that I'm never gonna stop thinking about. So take this as a sign. If you have not read it yet, go pick up the Puppy War and go read the entire trilogy, because it is so good. You are not gonna regret it. I swear, it is so good. And then we have All in Her Head by Elizabeth Coleman. This is a nonfiction book all about the history of medicine, specifically focusing on women's medicine and how we have just not been taken seriously at any point during history, and how that has impacted us, you know, as people, and how we developed and how we are seen in the world. It is such an impactful book. Again, it's another one that I definitely highly recommend if you have not read it yet. So next up, we have an unpopular book that I loved. Now, I am not 100% sure how unpopular this book is. I just have not seen it around often, so I don't see a lot of people talk about it, and so I think it is unpopular, but you know, it might not be, but that is just like my perspective of it. And that book is That's Not My Name by Megan Lully. I highly recommend you pick up this book, okay? It is a thriller, and it is so incredibly great. Like, that plot twist, okay, it had my jaw on the floor. I could not believe what I was reading. I don't know. It just never came to me that that could have been what was happening. And it was just like so mind blowing, and I absolutely loved it. So it is an unpopular book that I definitely recommend. Next up, we have the book with the most unique concept. And this one I'm going to have to give it to We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. So this is a book about a couple who recently moved into this like abandoned house because they're going to be renovating it, and then they're going to be reselling it. And one day, when the main character is alone at the house because her girlfriend had to go out to buy some stuff, she gets a knock on the door. And when she opens the door, there is a man with his family, and he asks her if he can show his family around, because apparently he grew up in that house, and so he used to live there, and he just wanted to show his family where he grew up. And after that, things start to go down. Okay, things start to go down. Weird things start to go down. And it was such a unique plot as a whole. Like, it was a very unique book. book and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. I still think about it to this day. I still have so many theories about what actually was going on in that book, and I cannot wait to see what else this author comes out with, because this is actually his debut novel and it was incredible. It was incredible. I highly recommend you pick it up. Again, I highly recommend you read it if you haven't. And then next up we have a book that I would reread, and of course it would be Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I absolutely love this book. I think it's gonna be my top book of the year. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might be, because I just cannot seem to stop thinking about it and talking about it. So I think it will be my favorite book of the year. But yeah, it is definitely a book that I would reread and probably like annotate the hell out of it. Like I really just want to like sit down and go in and just annotate it and tab it, because again, absolutely love that book, like we all know by this point. So next up is a reading goal reflection of 2025 and what is my 2026 reading goals. So for 2025, I had a reading goal of 50 books and I was able to accomplish it. As of right now, I want to say I'm like 55 something books into my reading goal, so we definitely surpassed it. And for 2026, I think that I'm still gonna do a 50 book goal, because I think it is very obtainable for me, and anything more than that I don't think is gonna be something that I'm able to accomplish, because I'm just like getting busier and busier every year. This year especially was very busy for me, so I think that just setting a goal for like 50 books is just like perfect for my lifestyle and the way that I read. And then finally, the last prompt or question is, what are you prioritizing in 2026 reading wise? So first of all, I think I need to prioritize fantasy, because I did not read as many fantasy books as I wanted to during 2025. So definitely that is a genre that I really do want to get into more during next year, because it is a genre that I absolutely love. And for some reason, I just did not read many fantasy books during this year, but I definitely want to focus on that again during next year. And I also want to prioritize reading 2026 releases, because again, in 2025, I barely read any 2025 releases. So I definitely want to rectify that for 2026 and try and read as many new releases as I can. And then also, I definitely want to focus on taking down my TBR. So I might do like a TBR takedown series here on YouTube, because I definitely need to focus on that, because I have over 200 books on my TBR. So we definitely have to do something about it. So we'll see what we come up with to be able to do that. But I think that definitely like a TBR takedown series would be fun. All right, so that is it for my 2025 end of year book tag. And that is also it for this year's Bookmas. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you had a fun time following along this past 12 days and you enjoyed the content that I put out, because I definitely did enjoy filming it. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so already, and I will see you next time for another bookish video.